We're doing some Concealer 101. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. And today we are going to talk concealer. I am going to apply concealer for you the way I apply it on myself and the way I believe it looks the best for me. And it's definitely nothing earth-shattering by any means. And I also want to say a couple things. One is I am sorry because I've never really done a basic concealer video, at least in the last 2 years. And it is probably the question I get asked the most. How do you get your concealer to stay? How do you get your concealer to look nice and smooth and stay smooth through the day and not get cakey or cracked or patchy or any of that? So I was like, for sure I've done this. And no, I haven't. I have reviewed a lot of concealers. I've given application makeup tricks in general, eye makeup, and I think I include some methods. But in terms of here is a basic catalog of applying concealer, especially if you are like me, 52 years old or older, or you have a like dark circle or even maybe some eye bags, and you don't want to have this like full face of makeup, but you want to look great all day and look fresh and like what? All of that. Okay, so here it is. Again, there are trends, there are products and artists and people that bring things out in the forefront, and nothing about that is wrong. It's just, I have learned to adapt things to my own face, and I feel like you know your face the best. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you my steps, my product, or at least similar products of recommendation, and let you figure out, or let you kind of go, yes, you know, like a la carte it, like this is the buffet, and grab your plate and I'm gonna dish it up and you're gonna pick what you like. Okay. So my very first step in all the land is eye prep. I am skincare all the time, every day. So, and I'm wearing SPF. It doesn't matter, rain or shine, time of the year. So I've already applied my skincare and my sunscreen. Now, what I'm going to do is recommend an eye cream. And honestly, any eye cream, whatever eye cream you want. But you don't have to spend a lot, and it doesn't have to be thick. It can even be your moisturizer. However, the beauty of an eye cream is that something like, and I always talk about this when I do my makeup application, this Future Youth Serum by Pacifica Beauty. What is unique about this is that it is a serum formulated for the eye. So it is packed with a ton of ingredients, but in a formulation that is light and gentle, and it absorbs quickly. So you just need a little bit. And I actually got this from a makeup artist for television that works on this for shows like anything like on Hallmark Channel or BET or Oxygen, you know, those kinds of things. So she does a lot of artistry and she swears by this. She even uses it on her male clients. The other one that I love, and that is the Good Molecules Yerba Mate, this gel. It's a caffeine gel. So don't be using the Preparation H. I know that is a fun hack, but it is a very drying, you know, over time it's sort of, okay. Sometimes makeup artists, when they're working on a client and they have a runway show or an editorial or something to get ready, and they are doing something because maybe that client is looking a little tired or a little jet lagged and they've got to do a quick fix, and they pull out the Preparation H and they do something like that, or the Milk of Magnesia, and they're doing these, you know, industry secret tricks. That is great, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's something you want to do every single day you apply your makeup, because it might, you know, dry out your skin over time or change your skin's barrier over time. All right, so tiny, tiny bit. And the beauty of this gel is that, one, it's very affordable. Two, it's also very absorbing, or rapidly absorbing. And it kind of does this brightening thing, you know, with the yerba mate, the caffeine. It has a really good brightening effect under the eye. A lot of times anything with like a vitamin K, that can help darkness. And you're just going to help the concealer with its brightening or correcting, whatever you want to do. Speaking of brightening and correcting, kind of a different, totally different in terms of what each does. Some people backlight, some people correct. So if you use something that is a brightener, that is going to just really cancel out anything that looks dark and shadowy, that is something like the Colleen Rothschild, this brightener. It is an eye cream that has pigments in it to brighten on contact. It's pretty amazing, and you only need a little bit. Colleen Rothschild is a high-end product, and all the products are just gorgeous and luxury and amazing skincare. But you can see how that is a brightened effect. I heard the lipstick lesbians call it backlit. So sometimes, you know, you really just brighten everything a bunch. Then there's a way you can correct, okay? So if you're gonna correct, that means you're gonna cancel the shade of whatever is underneath there and neutralize it. And so this Sigma corrector is very popular, and it's the light one. It has kind of a peachy and I guess maybe kind of more of a putty peachy shade. It's really phenomenal. It's a little lighter weight than, let's say, the Colleen Rothschild in terms of what it's doing. You know what I love to do with a brightener or a corrector? I like to use it on top of my concealer. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm actually gonna go in with, here is a really great affordable corrector. It's e.l.f. This is the peach. You can get an orange one if you have an even darker complexion. And what helps is to just go in right here. And the idea that you're using thin buildable products, this is what's going to work to your advantage if you have some dynamic lines, expression lines, or just even if you don't have expression lines that are already visible at rest, but while you're talking and laughing, you always notice that everything just kind of creeps. This will help. The less product you have on the surface is going to sink into those creases. And so many of you say that to me. You're like, I feel like I look younger without makeup because because there's nothing creasing, there's nothing to emphasize any wrinkles, and then I put makeup on and then all of a sudden I see my wrinkles. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. You know, if the product is gonna sink into it. Okay, so you can see the difference of this is more corrected, this is more brightened. You get the idea. And then there's hacks, you know, it's like, oh, let's put bronzer under our eyes. Let's put blush under our eyes. Let's put lipstick under our eyes. And all of those can work. However, not everything is going to work for everybody. Just remember that. I've pre-gamed my under eye area. So then what I like to do is put on my foundation. This is my Salt New York. Sometimes I don't want to put on just a full face of foundation and then concealer, because then I think it does look like too much. So I do like to just kind of dab where you need. And that, you know, Lisa Eldridge is talking about pinpoint concealing, and that is her concept of, it's not her concept, but she uses that to create the most natural looking skin so that you're just sort of, you know, dabbing around. And it's fabulous. It works beautifully. These are my Sneaky Bombs from Salt New York. And I am going to use shade, I'm going to use this one, and it's N11. And what this one, oh gosh, this is so this just kind of, you know, just put it on with your fingers. Jones Road, What the Foundation, kind of the same thing. You know, you're just kind of, you're just applying a product to diffuse any kind of redness, any kind of dark spots. Maybe you're feeling kind of pale and you want to brighten. Maybe you have some capillaries right here. Always my nose. Okay, so I love what that does. Now I'm going to apply concealer. This is the e.l.f. and it's the brightening concealer, and it comes in a pen, and it's kind of phenomenal. When it first launched, I think people really got excited about it, and then we all kind of forgot about it, but I haven't. I still love it. So I'm going to take a bit of product on the kind of heel of my hand. And for today, I'm going to use this Real Techniques. This is the brightening concealer brush, and you know, it is in that slanted kind of paw. So what I'm doing is I like to take product and I like to fill my makeup brush with the product from my hand and then apply it directly here. So I'm kind of matching what's already there. I'm not creating something too obvious. It's blending into my cheek shade. Feel free, if you want to go up here, that's great. If you want to neutralize. So as you can see, I like to focus my application right here, and then I work out. So that way it's not as thick right there, but I'm still getting some brightening. This concealer is the Revlon Flex Wear, and I really enjoyed it because it's a full coverage, but it doesn't need a whole lot of powder to set it. And it's a great affordable version. And a lot of folks you want product that is going to work and do what it's supposed to, but not be thick. And I kind of think that that's what is the beauty about this one. Now I'm going to use, this is actually an Alter Ego 101, but it's also kind of a paw, you can see. And I am, again, applying the concealer from the back of my hand, blending it into the brush so that you're not putting on so much product immediately. It's almost, the blending, you don't swallow your food whole, right? You start the digestion in your mouth, you chew it. So, I'm sorry, I do the weirdest analogies. I'm gonna just get that so I don't keep going in my eyeball, which I've done, which I have done. So, we're chewing our food. We're blending our concealer on our brush before we apply it. I need to settle down. I mean, look. So we're kind of backlighting the whole eye. Now that I've gone up to my lid, you can see how much that has made this white. It's actually made my eye look really small. So when I go in with shadow, I'm gonna have to really work to, you know. But do you see that? Do you see how just whiting all that out has changed? So you're kind of making more work for yourself. It is a good technique if you really want to get in there and cancel out, because this is not any thicker than this. It's just a different intensity. Okay. Now something I'm not doing because I'm talking to you is setting underneath immediately. I love to set my concealer with a little bit of powder right after I apply it. So the idea, I don't want to let anything sink into my expression. You know, I am human. My skin does crease. And please tell yourself that too. You are human. It's okay for your skin to crease. Now you can use either a puff a little velvet puff, a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in Wet n Wild. This is just their loose powder. I'm trying to keep things drugstore, you know. Also love the LA Girl powder, Milani. Okay, so I'm using another Real Techniques brush. And that is just a light dusting. We have dusted, okay? Probably into my eyeball. Now I'm gonna do that again on this side, making sure. I like it though, you know? Sometimes I think we like makeup. Sometimes we want the makeup to kind of not be there and just sort of be very subtle and ninja-like. And then sometimes we want the makeup to be makeup. I don't know, that's how I feel. Like, I love skin-like, but I'm also like, I don't mind if you see my eyeshadow and my blush and my mascara and all that stuff, you know, it's okay. I'm putting on makeup. I'm not tricking anyone. Letting you see up close. So feel free to do just a little bit of setting spray. This is the Peach Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. It's not a fixing spray like the one size. It's not going to seal the makeup. It's more like going to let the layers blend and then kind of lock them in, but maintain a, yeah, it's not a wall. It's just like a pretty little lattice of neighborly kindness. Yeah. What do you think? Touching up your concealer with a brightener is kind of a fun little hack. Sometimes I'll still see like a little bit of darkness, or even sort of, I feel like my eye is playing a trick on me and like there's a shadow down here and I think it's makeup. Like I think, oh gosh, I've got fallout or mascara or something down there. And I don't think so. I think it's just a shadow. So taking a small brush, a detail brush, or your finger, you know, whatever you want, and just doing that, which also you could take the Jones Road face pencil, the Lisa Eldridge, right? But taking a little bit of this Sigma, always, it sells out. I have a discount code, I'll list it below. It's a very nice product. It really is. It's very thin, very effective, but you know, going over a little bit with kind of a cream brightener corrector is a little bit of a trick to really cancel out any final bit of darkness you might see. Not in your soul, just under your eyes. I know. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed your time here, I hope you subscribe, follow me on Instagram, leave a comment. I love saying hi, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.